In this video, we are going to install SSL certificate for our domains.
This is my Santi and thanks for tuning in the demo.
In this video, we are going to learn about how to install SSL certificate. We already covered in our previous videos how to create a VM instance, how to create a subdomain, how to install phpMyAdmin in your VM instance. Now we are going to add SSL certificates for our domain so our users are able to access our sites using HTTPS. Right now, if I am going to open my https.vlemon.in, then we are not able to access this. The site cannot be reached. vlemon.in refused to connect. Okay, now what is wrong? And let's try it again with without SSL certificate and see it is now working. How to install SSL certificate we are going to cover in this video. We are going to use Let's Encrypt for SSL certificate. Let's Encrypt provide free SSL certificate. So let me open my blog post and I'm going to copy commands from my blog post. If you want to copy commands from my blog post, the blog post URL is available in the description of this video. So let's start with copying the first command, and I want to execute this command in my terminal, and I launch this terminal from our console, open in browser window. Let me rearrange my windows, and it is no longer required, so I'm going to switch back to my blog post. The first command, we are going to get the latest list of repositories. So I'm going to paste this command, update, and everything is done. Next command, we are going to install software properties common. Copy this command in terminal, paste it, enter, and it is done. 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed, 0 to remove, and 24 not upgraded. Let's create, or let's get the repository for certificate boot. I'm going to paste this command here, enter. Okay, this is a PPA for package prepared by Debian. Let's encrypt team and backported for Ubuntu's. More information is this URL. Press enter to continue, Control C to cancel. Yes, I want to continue. Enter. So this is done. Let's again execute this command to get the latest list of repositories. Everything is done, and now we are going to install Python certificate boot for Apache. So I'm going to copy this command, and then we are going to paste it here, or let me first clear my window. I'm going to paste this command and then enter again. Okay, so this action is going to use around 16.2 MB of additional disk space. Yes, I'm fine with this. Press Y and enter. Everything is fine. Our certificate boot is installed successfully, and now we are going to use this to install SSL certificate. So I'm going to first clear my terminal, and then I'm going to say sudo cert boot, and then we want it for Apache. Okay, let me copy the command from my blog post. I don't want to make any typos, so Control V to paste and then enter. Okay, now first thing, we need to provide an email address. This email address is going to be used for alerts on renewal or any security notice. Okay, so I'm going to type my email address here. Enter. Now I need to agree the terms and condition. If you want to read the entire terms and condition, please visit this URL, and I'm going to press A and then enter. Okay, would you be willing to share your email address with Electron? Oh no, I don't want to share my email address with anyone, so I'm going to type N and enter. Okay, now which name would you like to activate HTTPS for? So I'm not able to see my main domain. What is wrong? I'm not sure. So what is wrong? For the naming, let's say I want to install any certificates in this domain. So select the appropriate numbers of separated by commas or space, or leave input blank to select all. So let's leave the input blank. I want to install certificate for both subdomain.vlemon.in and www.subdomain.vlemon.in. So I'm not going to provide any input, and then I'm going to press enter. Obtaining a new certificate, performing the following challenges: T, LS, CNN, K subdomain. So our certificates are installed successfully. Now the last thing, whether we need to redirect our HTTP traffic on HTTPS. Yes, definitely. That's why we install SSL certificate. So I'm going to type 2 and then enter. So our SSL certificates are installed successfully for our subdomain, but not for primary domain. So let me check. Let's try one more time. No, it is still not working. So let's try whether we are able to access our subdomain on HTTPS. Yes, SSL certificates are working fine on our subdomain. Now, what is wrong? Why we are not able to see our main domain? For this, let me close this, or let me clear our terminal first. Select it, type clear. Everything is on now. And what we need to do, we need to open sudo apache, or I'm not sure the exact location. I think it's etc apache 2. I think no, oh sorry, it's cd etc and cd apache 2, and I think we need to open sites available. Yes, cd sites available, and what I want, sites available ls, and inside this we are only able to see subdomain.vlemon.in and subdomain.vlemon.in config. We are only able to see subdomain.vlemon.in.config. We are not able to see any config file for our main domain. So that's why it is not visible in certificate. It's not visible at the time of creating certificate. So let's create two config file. Let's create a config file for our main domain. For this, again, I want to open my blog post, and then I'm going to maximize this. I want to open Google Cloud Platform. And then I'm going to select how to create a subdomain in Google Cloud Compute Engine. I only want to copy the commands, so that's why I am using this. So I'm going to type this sudo cp00 default. I want to copy this command, and then I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to remove I want to remove subdomain. Okay, enter to create this file, and now we are going to edit this file. Or let me quickly copy command from here, or sudo nano vlemon.in conf config file. Okay, inside this I'm going to remove these two lines, or let me add a hash instead of deleting, and I'm going to copy these 4 lines. Let me open Notepad so we can edit it easily. and I don't want this. It is also not required. Vilemon subdomain, instead of this I'm going to say this directory. Control A to copy this 4 lines, and then we are going to paste this 4 line here. Server name vilemon.in, server alias is www.vilemon.in, server admin webmaster@vilemon.in, document root is where www.html. Yes, I'm fine with this changes. Control O to save the changes and Control X to exit. I'm going to type clear, and what is next required? This directory is already there. Yeah. Is this required? I'm not sure whether it is required or not. Let's try to restart it. Let's restart our Apache services. Okay, and now again I'm going to say sudo certBot Apache 2. Oops, something is wrong. Up. Okay, so something I'm not doing correctly. So let me create a duplicate of this, and let's move back. And this is, oh sorry, it's sudo certBot Apache. Enter, and still we are not able to see our main domain. Okay, so most probably we need to execute this command also. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to remove these 2 lines. Enter. Oops. Enter this, and now we are going to execute this one more time. Clear, and let's try one more time whether this time it is going to work. Yes, now we are able to see our main domain also. For installing SSL certificate only for our main domain, I'm going to select 1, 4 and then enter. Obtaining new certificate for our vilemon.in, everything is fine. Yes, definitely I want to redirect my, let me open another terminal. Whether I am able to open another terminal or not, I'm not sure. Let's see. Open. Oh, yes, we are able to open another terminal. Okay, so what I want to do, let me show you. Once it is connected, so I'm going to simply open sudo, and let me copy this from here. Control C, and it's not sudo, it's cd. Control V, and then I'm going to sudo nano, or let me first type sudo nano, what is this? It's vilemon.in.config file. cnf. Okay, so this is the current file. Let me save this, and MS Paint. Okay, and now I'm going to say Control X to exit, and inside our second terminal I'm going to type 2 and then enter. Okay, so our changes are done, and let's try again our site HTTPS. Oops. And see, SSL certificate is not also working for our vlemon.in. Now let me again open our config file and see this 4 lines. I think this 4 line is previously is not available. So if you are going to press 2 and then enter, then this 4 line is for redirecting your traffic from HTTP to HTTPS. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. And yes, our SSL certificate is working fine for our main domain, our www.alias. Yes, it is working fine. Let's try one more time, subdomain.vlemon.in. Yes, it is also working. And yes, www.subdomain.vlemon.in is also working. Now for let's encrypt only provide certificate only for 3 months. So you need to renew your SSL certificate in every 3 months. So I hope you enjoyed this video. In our upcoming videos, we are going to learn about how to install Jira in our Google Cloud Platform VM instance. We are going to learn about how to configure FileZilla, how to install Google Cloud Platform SDK in your Windows or Mac. We are going to cover all this thing in our upcoming videos. So don't forget to click on subscribe, share it to your friend, provide your feedbacks, and see you all in next video.